We're inside a dinosaur. We're inside a dinosaur. Can you believe it? Wow. Have you ever been inside a dinosaur before? This is so cool. We're climbing up to the dinosaur's mouth. We're gonna go inside the dinosaur's mouth. Wow. I'm taking you on a trip across Canada. We're gonna see the West Coast, the Rocky Mountains, the prairies, the Canadian Shield, and the Great Lakes. We're gonna go all the way over to the East Coast, and I want you to sit right here as we go on an adventure across Canada. Welcome to Drumheller Valley. Wow, take a look at this place, guys. Isn't that beautiful? You know, this place is just right in the middle of Alberta. This valley sort of runs right down the middle of Alberta. Now, remember in the last episode we were in the Rocky Mountains, right on the west side of Alberta, right sort of in between Alberta and BC. You got those really big mountains. Well, now we've come out of the mountains and onto the prairies. But it's interesting, you know, when you come out of the mountains, you think, oh, wow, now I'm on the prairies. It's going to be flat, you know, for as far as the eye can see. But then suddenly you come across this valley and you're like, whoa, what is this? It sort of looks a little bit like the Grand Canyon, right? A nice river flowing down there in sort of the middle of the valley. It's just such a cool place. You wouldn't imagine a place like this to be here, you know, when you're driving across the prairies, and then suddenly it's right here. So this is such a cool place. Right now, this specific place is called Dry Island Buffalo Jump. Buffalo Jump. Do you know what a buffalo jump is? Well, a buffalo jump is a very interesting place, okay? Take a look at this, right? Right now, I'm sort of on the edge of a cliff. I don't know if you can see it in my GoPro, but that's pretty far down. Right there. I mean, look at that, right? I mean, look where I'm standing right now. Okay, you can see my feet, and I mean, right there it's a pretty steep drop off. I don't know if I can. Hey, look at these cool orange flowers. Wow, look at those. Nice little orange flowers right on the edge of the cliff. Okay, you can see there, right, how steep it is. Okay, so here we have, you know, just flat prairie land, and then suddenly it drops off. Now, a buffalo jump is a place where the indigenous people in Canada a long time ago would kill buffalo. Okay, they would kill buffalo. And how they would do it is they would find a herd of buffalo just grazing here on the prairies, and then they would chase the herd of buffalo with their horses. They would chase the herd to this cliff here, and then the buffalo would all fall down here, fall off the cliff and die. Okay, so I mean, I don't know how many buffalo would die, like how many buffalo would be in a herd. I don't know, maybe 100 or something like that. They would run off here, and then obviously the buffalo, they can't stop, right? When buffalo are running in like a herd, they suddenly come to the edge of the cliff, and then they fall down and they die. Okay, the indigenous people would use buffalo for different purposes. They would eat the meat. They would use the bones of the animal to make tools and stuff like that. And they would use the hide. The hide means the skin of the buffalo to make teepees. Do you know what a teepee is? Well, I hope I can show you a teepee sometime on my trip. I'm sure I will be able to. So that's what a buffalo jump is. Now, this is not the only buffalo jump. There are several places like this, you know, around the prairies where the indigenous people would chase buffalo off the edge of the cliff, and the buffalo would die. I mean, you know, it's probably an efficient way of hunting. You know, to kill one buffalo at a time, you know, this is a lot more efficient just to chase a herd of buffalo off a cliff. And then, you know, you can do your work in one place. You know, you can gather the meat and sort of process everything, you know, if it's all in one place. Like I said, I don't know how many buffalo would die at one time, but probably quite a few. Hey, let's check out these signs here. You know, and the nice thing about Canada is anytime you have a nice park or some sort of a tourist attraction, you always have some signs. Okay, let's see. This is just a map here, a map showing us sort of, and there's nothing on this. I don't know what that is. Maybe that used to be a sign. Okay, so I'm going to take you down here into the valley. You can see that road. The road goes down there. So I'm going to take you down there and just have a look, you know, see what's there. Now, Drumheller Valley is famous for one thing. Well, maybe it's famous for more, but one main thing. Do you know? Can you guess what Drumheller is famous for? Drumheller is famous for dinosaurs. Did you know that? Dinosaurs. This is one of the most famous places about dinosaurs in North America. Did you know that? There's a big museum in Drumheller. I mean, right now I'm not in Drumheller. Drumheller is a small city here in Alberta. Right now I'm north of Drumheller in this place, Buffalo Jump. Okay, but this valley goes all the way, you know, sort of like I said, it goes sort of through the middle of Alberta. So I'm going to take you over to the city of Drumheller, and you're going to see some dinosaurs. But this is a very famous spot for dinosaurs here in Canada. There's a big museum dedicated to dinosaurs. So today we're going to see a bunch of dinosaurs in Drumheller. Are you excited about that? I'm excited to show you that. Hey, take a look at this. I just found a sign. Okay, it says Badlands, a landscape scoured from rock. Okay, so this kind of landscape here in Canada is called Badlands. Badlands, you know, it's just sort of a how would you describe it? You know, like, have you ever seen pictures of the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon sort of looks a little bit like this, right? It's an area where there's been a lot of erosion. There's some weird sort of looking landscape. Okay, so it's called Badlands. Look, it says water has cut through the prairie for the past 13,000 years, producing this valley and exposing layers of very soft rock. Erosion of this rock by streams, rain, wind, and frost has created the Badlands terrain below you. So that's what it is. So welcome to the Badlands. Badlands here in Alberta. Okay, here we have another sign. I'm too lazy to read all the signs. I'll take pictures of them with my cell phone and I'll post them in this video so you can pause the video and read all the signs. What did this say? This says, the island that never was. Streams carved gullies in the soft prairie earth as they flowed toward the Red Deer River. Over thousands of years, one of these gullies became so wide and deep that part of the prairie became an isolated hill or mesa. This mesa looks like an island, and because it was never surrounded by water, it became known as Dry Island. Dry Island contains the largest prairie grass community in the park that has never been disturbed by grazing or cultivation. Okay, so I think Dry Island is that thing over there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to take a better picture with a different camera. If you can see that sort of that hill there, sort of looks like an island, but there's no water. You know, there is a river that runs through here, but an island is supposed to be surrounded by water, right? And that sign said that it's not. So that's why it became known as Dry Island. So this place is called Dry Island Buffalo Jump. If you want to search for more pictures of it on Google, now you know what to search for. All right, guys, it's time to take a look at the map to roll the dice and check my Patreon. But first, I just want to show you how cold it is here. You know, you can see me wearing a jacket here. It's the end of June. Right now I'm outside a town called Three Hills, and it's 7 degrees, and it feels like 5 degrees. It feels like 5 degrees here at the end of June. Can you believe it? You know, Canada is cold. Even in the summer, it can be cold. It's summer right now. It's June 24th, I think. And, you know, you can see the sun is shining, but you can hear the wind in the trees, right? It's just chilly. It's very chilly. So, you know, if you come to Canada, expect to be cold, even in the summertime. Okay, so, oh, I should check my Patreon while I have my phone out here. I'll just open the app. Let's see. Wow! I've got 2 new patrons! 2 new patrons since my last episode. Wow, I'm so excited about that. Thank you guys so much, you know, to all my patrons, to people who support me on PayPal and every other way of support. I really appreciate your support so much. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's roll the dice and then we'll take a look at the map. Where are we and where are we going? Okay, are you ready? Here we go. I hope it's like. Yes! Wow. If you like dinosaurs, then you better smash like, because we got a like on the die. Okay, so let's take a look at where we're going. Now, in the last episode, we were here in Banff National Park in the Rocky Mountains, right? So let's get another sticker and see where we are right now. Okay, so right now we're sort of here in the middle of Alberta. You can see Calgary on the map here. We're sort of over here, east of Red Deer. Okay, so we're about right, I would say we're about right there. You can see that river going down there. That's where we are. We're in the Drumheller Valley right now. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to put a sticker. Actually, the last episode was in Calgary. I totally forgot about that episode. So actually, we were in the Rocky Mountains 2 episodes ago. Last episode, we were right here in my hometown, Calgary, Alberta, okay? Look at that. We went from Fernie up through the Rocky Mountains to Banff and then to Calgary, and now we're over here in Drumheller. All right, here you can see what Buffalo Jump looks like from the bottom. See, it's not too high, right? I don't know, it's maybe like 30 meters, but you know, but it's obviously high if you're falling off of there. Like, just imagine being a buffalo and you're running off of there, and then you fall down there and you die, right? I mean, there's no way you're gonna survive falling off like a 30-meter cliff. You're gonna fall down, and at least you're gonna break your leg. You might not die, but you'll break your legs, and you'll die slowly. And then the people who were chasing the buffalo, they'd come and if you were a buffalo, they'd finish you off, right? And then like I said, they'd use your meat. They'd eat your meat. They'd use your body parts for different things. So, if you were a buffalo, how would you like to be chased off that cliff? You know, the buffalo population in North America went really low, almost to the point of extinction because of that, because of those like hunting practices like this. If I see one on my trip, I'll show you what a Canadian buffalo looks like. Much different than an Indian water buffalo. If you're thinking water buffalo, you got the wrong thing. I'm talking about bison. Okay, the buffalo here are called bison. Okay, so if you can just imagine a few hundred years ago, a whole herd of buffalo, of bison, running off this cliff and falling down to their death. So this is called Buffalo Jump. It's a really cool area. Just wanted to teach that to you guys. All right, now we're right in the middle of the valley, right here beside this river. Just take a look at this river. Isn't this beautiful? It's actually bigger than it looks from up on the top of of Buffalo Jump. Remember, like looking down into the valley, this river doesn't look that big, but it's actually pretty big. You know, it's a pretty good sized river. It looks kind of muddy. You can see it's brown. I don't know why it's so brown, but I'm sure there are some fish in there if you want to come here and go fishing. But yeah, it's nice and calm down here in the valley. You know, up on the top of the hill it was really windy, so it actually feels a bit warmer down here. It was really cold up there. Guys, check it out. I'm gonna take a ferry across this river. Isn't that cool? You can see the ferry is on the other side of the river right now. I saw a van just drive onto the ferry, and then the ferry is gonna come back over here, and then I'm gonna get back in my car and we're gonna cross this river here. This river is called the Red Deer River. Just take a look at that. Isn't that cool? This ferry runs on cables. You see these big cables here? Okay, so it's not like a boat, you know. I don't know if it has a motor, but it like these cables, somehow it gets pulled along, it gets pulled across the river by these big cables. You can see it's coming over here now, right? Okay, I better go back up into my car to get ready for when it comes over here. Then we're gonna cross over to the other side and go to Drumheller. All right, guys, we're on the ferry. Check it out. We're slowly moving across this river. See, we just came from that side and now we're gonna go over to that side. I think it's gonna take about 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And yeah, then we're gonna go over to Drumheller. And just take a look at this nice river. Isn't this a gorgeous river here? Hey, look, there's a lifeboat in case we sink. I hope we don't sink. Hey, look at this. You can see that thing pulling us along, right? Wow, it's cool. Have you ever been on a cable operated ferry before? This is sort of cool. It's not a very big river. You'd think they could just build a bridge across. I don't know. Hey, look at that. There's a guy fishing over there. That's cool. Would you like to fish in this river? Wow, okay, I better get back in my car because look at that. We're almost to the other side. Hey guys, take a look at this. I found a tiny church here outside Drumheller. I think I'm really close to Drumheller. I'm not far away, and I found a tiny church. Is this the cutest church you've ever seen in your life? Just look at this thing. It's tiny. Wow. Look at that. Okay. Here's me, and here's the church. That's like so small. Have you ever seen a church this small in your life? Look at that. There's the clock tower up there. I wonder if I can go inside. Wow! We're inside the church! It says, "Grace be with you." That's nice. Grace be with you. Wow. Look at that. Peace to all who enter. Well, that means me because I entered. Peace. Wow, look at this nice cross. Wow, that is so amazing. Look at these tiny pews. Look at that. You can just sit in one of these tiny little pews here. Wow, this is so cool. And take a look at these stained glass windows. Wow. This is so interesting. I wonder if this is a real church. You know, I wonder if people come here on Sunday for like a normal service. I wonder if this church has a pastor. Hey, maybe I could be the pastor of this church. Me, Pastor Mark. What do you think about that? Pastor Mark. I could stand up here like this and preach to all the little people in the little pews. What do you think about that? Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's service. Today's sermon is about life. Life. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Do you want truth? Do you want life? Well, Jesus said, I have come so that you can have life, and life abundantly. Do you have an abundant life? Or do you feel a bit lost? Maybe you feel like life is a bit fake. You know, you're just sort of going through the motions. Maybe you feel tired today. Maybe you're struggling with something. Well, Jesus said, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Do you have rest today? Maybe your soul is hungry for something. You know, maybe you don't feel very fulfilled in your life. Well, Jesus said, if you come to me, you'll never be hungry. And if you believe in me, you'll never be thirsty. Wow. And he also said something a bit shocking. He said, unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you have no life in you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life. Wow. Eats my flesh? Drinks my blood? What, does he want us to become vampires? Well, he was talking about his sacrifice on the cross, where his blood was shed to give life to people like you and me. Why? Why did he do that? Well, probably the most famous verse in the Bible is John chapter 3, verse 16. It says, God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. Wow. Eternal life, because God loved us so much. He paid the ultimate price, gave the ultimate sacrifice to give life to you and me. Isn't that amazing? See, most religions are the same in that people are trying to find God, or they're trying to appease a God who is far away and a bit angry, right? Do you think God is angry at you? Well, the story of Jesus flips that around. Instead of us looking for God, God looks for us because he loves us so much. Are you going to let God find you today? I hope so. Welcome to Drumheller, Alberta. There are dinosaurs all over this place. Look at this dinosaur, and look at that big dinosaur over there. That's the world's largest dinosaur. Can you believe it? Just look how tall that thing is. All right, I just want to show you this little clock tower here. See this? It says Drumheller. Drumheller Rotary International. Nice little clock tower. And hey, should I take you to see the world's largest dinosaur? I think I can actually go up inside the dinosaur. I'm not sure. We're gonna go check it out. Wow, take a look at that thing. Isn't that big? I can't believe how big that is. Look at this foot, guys. Look how big this dinosaur foot is. Look at these claws. They're like bigger than me. That's incredible. Wow, look at this. We're inside the dinosaur's mouth. Look at these huge teeth. Can you believe it? Wow. Inside a dinosaur. Hey guys, right now I'm overlooking the Royal Tyrrell Museum. It's a very famous museum here in Alberta. If you like dinosaurs, you should definitely check out this museum. I've been here before. I'm not going to go inside today because I don't have that much time. I want to take you over to a place called the Hoodoos. The Hoodoos is sort of some cool land formations. Just take a look at this landscape, okay? Just look at all that. Look at all those Badlands. Isn't that cool? This is just it's just such an interesting place. Archaeologists are still finding dinosaur fossils in these hills here. So if you like archaeology, this would be a sweet place to be. You know, it would be fun just to come to these hills and do some digging for some dinosaur bones. Guys, I'm on a suspension bridge. Wow, take a look at this river. Isn't that awesome? Wow, the bridge is swaying. It's a bit scary, but I'm gonna walk across to the other side of the river here on this suspension bridge. Look at this. All right, we're almost to the other side. Look at this. We made it. We made it across the suspension bridge. We're safely on the other side. It's really windy today, so the suspension bridge was swaying back and forth. It's a bit scary. Here, you can take a look of the whole suspension bridge here. Take a look at that. Welcome to the Hoodoos. The Hoodoos are just some really weird and cool things here in Drumheller Valley. And just take a look at those things. Isn't that weird? They're, I don't know what to call them. I guess like some sort of a land formation that has been made, you know, over a long time from erosion, right? Erosion maybe from wind or water here in Drumheller Valley. You can see look at the color of this dirt. It's sort of like hard mud. Just sort of that I don't know, just the brown, like tan color, and you can see all the layers right in this sort of dirt. I don't know whether to call it dirt or rock or whatever, but yeah, these are really cool. This is a very famous spot here in Alberta. If you come to Alberta, you got to come to Drumheller and check out the Hoodoos, and maybe you'll find some dinosaur bones, some dinosaur fossils. You know, this whole area is full of dinosaur fossils. Like big dinosaurs used to live here. You know, I can imagine it. This kind of, when I think of dinosaurs, I think of this kind of landscape. Do you? When you think about dinosaurs, what do you think of? What kind of setting do you imagine the dinosaurs in? Well, dinosaurs used to live, I don't know if every kind of dinosaur, I don't know much about dinosaurs, but you know, I think a lot of different dinosaurs used to live in this area here. Do you think I should try to climb up this hoodoo? Take a look at that. Let's go up. Oh boy, I don't know if I can. Oh, this is not a good idea. If I go up, I don't know if I'll be able to come down. Well, okay, we're going up. We're going up the hoodoo. Oh yes, I made it to the top of the, well, not to the top of the mountain, but I made it to the top of this little hoodoo here. Okay, look at this. Wow, we're on top of a hoodoo. Isn't this place cool, guys? This is just, I don't know, it's just something else. I don't know, have you ever seen a place like this in your life? Just really dry hills like this. Really cool rock formation. It's not rock, I don't know. don't know what to call it, some sort of just land formations. It's really cool formations. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys this place. And yeah, this has been Drumheller, Alberta. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys over in the next episode.